294. Does anyone know what that number represents? To me, it represents all the tropical storms and hurricanes that have formed in the last 20 years. Thankfully, in the last 20 years, not all of these 294 storms have come close to hitting or impacting Hampton Roads. Some of you may remember the hurricanes that I will mention today. You may remember where you were at, what you were doing, even all those dreaded days we had to seem to live without power. As a Hampton Roads citizen, hurricane season has always piqued my interest, considering the possible detrimental effects it could have on my family and I. And although Hampton Roads has seen its fair share of hurricanes, today I would like to share with you the hurricanes that have been the most memorable to Hampton Roads in the last 20 years. The three that I will discuss will be Floyd, which came in 1999, Isabel, that visited us in 2003, and the most recent, Irene, in 2011. So first, let's talk about Floyd. Floyd, at its peak, was a Category 4 hurricane, although when it hit Hampton Roads in September of 1999, had dropped its winds down to a Category 2. Floyd was best known for all the rain that it brought to the area. According to a Virginia Hurricanes website, most areas in Hampton Roads had greater than 10 inches of rain in 24 hours. Newport News set the rain record with approximately 16.57 inches of rain. According to a Virginia and History website, Floyd brought a lot of devastation because of the rain. Over 9,200 homes needed repair, and total damages were estimated at greater than $101 million. So Floyd brought the rain. Next, Isabel. Isabel brought the winds. Hurricane Isabel hit Hampton Roads in 2003 as a Category 2. Although at one point winds were high enough and reached record winds to make it a Category 5 hurricane. The intense winds that Isabel brought were said to have caused record power outages. A local news station, Wavy.com online, reported that an estimated 468,000 homes and businesses went without power because of Isabel. These same winds also caused lots of debris to fly throughout Hampton Roads, and resulting in the $179 million in debris removal, according to the Virginia Department of Emergency Management. There are many other financial impacts felt by Isabel, as reported by the Virginia Department of Emergency Management. Over $25 million was provided to people in state and public assistance, and over $35 million in federal highway assistance. So Floyd brought rain, Isabel brought the winds, and last, I'd like to talk about Irene. Well, Irene came into Hampton Roads in 2011 as a Category 1. The anticipation of what could have been seemed to have been greater than what Irene actually brought. The Sandbridge community, if any of you are familiar with that, had a mandatory evacuation due to what Irene was supposed to bring to the area. I personally remember having to stay at the hospital overnight with the anticipation that there would be no way to get home or to come back in the morning for my next shift. Comparing Irene to Floyd and Isabel, the damages seemed minimal according to what could have been. Applegate, a reporter, stated that the damages totaled about half of what a nor'easter had cost the state just 2 years prior. So Floyd brought rain, Isabel brought the winds, and Irene brought a lot of what could have been to Hampton Roads. In Hampton Roads, it is inevitable that a hurricane will impact the area. And today, I hope you learned a little bit about what winds and rains can actually cost a community, upwards in the millions of dollars. Also, that Irene's impact, although minimal, was that her threat was taken seriously here in Hampton Roads. If you have never experienced a hurricane here, on the bottom of the screen will be a website provided where they have printable documents that you can use to help prepare for the storm or see what might happen during a storm. So, 294. The following I'm going to show you are some pictures of the devastation that occurred from Floyd, Isabel, and Irene. Imagine if those 294 had all somehow touched down here in Hampton Roads.